Welcome to part 6. What else can help you? Often HRT is not enough on its own and other strategies are needed to complement it. Or you don't take HRT at all for various reasons. The following presentation aims to look in more detail at some of the ideas mentioned in previous sections and other useful ways to cope with the symptoms. What can you do to help during this phase of your life? Think about bedtime and prepare for an improved night's sleep. A cool bedroom, perhaps having specific duvet for you, and you may need a fan in the bedroom. But prepare before you go to bed as well to reduce your busy mind and therefore help you get back to sleep if you keep waking up and have a disturbed night. Because the better you sleep, the more that you can cope the next day. With that, it's being more mindful of your thoughts, and the more that you learn about mindfulness can help you be able to make you more self-aware. With this, it allows you to see what triggers and what causes you to feel more anxious, more stressed. And then once you can spot this pattern, you can find ways of either reducing it or avoiding these situations with different techniques. On a daily basis, your clothing should be probably lighter and more layered so that you can adapt to the environment. Rest is very important because as you get older, you do seem to be busier from morning till night. So if you've got resting, it doesn't mean sitting there twiddling your thumbs because you wouldn't be comfortable. But perhaps if you've got a hobby that focuses your mind, or if you have planned techniques to relax using perhaps yoga or Tai Chi or some therapies or way of massage relaxation techniques. Good communication with your partner and family can take a lot of pressure off you. If you can be aware of how you're feeling and things that can help you when you talk to them, it can give them ideas, and together you can formulate a plan as to how they can best help you. Some people take herbal remedies, and as mentioned, these can be very useful because they can help people, but you would have to do your own research on that and what you feel would benefit you the best. Looking at obvious things like calcium and vitamin D if you've gone through an early menopause, or foods rich in omegas 3 and 6 to help with the heart, and as I've mentioned, keeping the vagina healthy. There is new research just about to be released from the huge Zoe study looking at menopausal women and blood sugars. It shows quite categorically that menopausal women have a much higher swing in blood sugars, going very high and a huge drop. This can explain a lot to do with how you're feeling emotionally, as well as showing how women menopausally have huge cravings for more refined sugars and carbohydrates. So think about your diet, because a fall in hormone levels, usually estrogen, accompanies the menopause that increases the risk of heart disease and osteoporosis. So a healthy diet is essential at this stage. Thinking about your foods and eating foods that look as near to their natural state as is possible tends to be the rule of thumb. So keeping it low in saturated fat and salt to reduce blood pressure, and rich in calcium and vitamin D to strengthen bones. Some women may take dietary supplements to help get the balance right. Keep on your feet. I think everybody knows that you're supposed to do exercise, but if you're not a person who normally does exercise, it can be quite daunting to think where to start. And it's useful to really have a think about what you enjoy doing and trying to tailor some exercise around that. But keeping on your feet and exercising will greatly reduce anxiety during the menopause. It helps to convert stress into positive energy, and it also guards against heart disease, and for bone density, helps maintain bone density. A regular and varied program is best. So you've got all sorts of things like cycling, swimming, running or aerobics. All will have a positive benefit for you during this time. If you smoke, formulating a plan to quit can be the start, and then it may be useful to see your GP for ideas about how to quit and what is on offer, and you working out what best fits in with yourself. Ideas such as medication or going over to an e-cig may feel better, and do it in stages rather than suddenly stopping. If you smoke, you run a high risk of developing osteoporosis and coronary heart disease, which is the commonest form of death in women. Alcohol, drink within reason. Many women around the menopausal phase cannot tolerate alcohol because it worsens their symptoms, and a lot will give up alcohol altogether. But if you are still drinking, be aware as to how much you drink per week and be honest with yourself. Know the units. For example, a bottle of wine is about 10 units, or half a beer is 1 unit, and a single shot is 1 unit. Try not to drink more than 2 or 3 units of alcohol per day, and keep at least 1 or 2 days free a week to help the liver recover. Alcohol does increase flushes and is associated with increased risk of breast cancer. Make use of health screening services. Studies have shown that late menopause leads to an increased risk of breast cancer, so NHS screening, always make sure that you go for your checks and seek advice if there are any changes to your breasts. Stay calm and positive. Hormone imbalance during the menopause can result in added stress and even depression. Relaxation techniques and counselling can be very helpful in coping with anxiety. Go to the Wellbeing website for mindfulness, resilience and breathing techniques. Thank you for listening. Please see the useful web contacts for further information and support.